Good morning from a very chilly,
very chilly
Hollywood studios. We have one theme park that we have yet to actually have a full day at on our channel, and we're checking that box today. This park is one of the best parks, simply because of the rides alone. It's got the thrill rides, it's got the immersive rides, it's got the fun family rides. It's going to be such a great day.
We're going to have so much fun. We are hoping it'll warm up a little bit as the day goes on, but we're going to start off by rope dropping Slinky Dog and then kind of continue from there.
Let's do it. All right, so one thing we have to do is we have to prove that we are staying at a resort. Good morning.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Right now, it is early entry only for resort guests. If you are not a resort guest for some of the parks, is it all the parks or is it just some?
It's every park. You can enter in a half an hour early.
If you're a resort guest.
If you're staying in a resort. So we are this time. We're staying on property. So we are able to rope drop a half an hour early.
So Slinky Dog Dash is an outdoor coaster. It's very family friendly, although could be somewhat intimidating to kiddos as their first roller coaster. It's usually recommended that Barnstormer is done before Slinky Dog Dash, but constantly has long lines throughout the day just because it's so popular and fun. That was an experience.
I'm really cold.
I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I don't know. I guess I'll put it this way. It's cold, but we're in a Disney park, and even a cold day in a Disney park is better than a normal day of working. So.
But having freezing winds whipped at you is not the business.
No, it's not a pleasant experience. We're heading over to Vacation Fun, which is like the Mickey and Minnie Mouse shorts that you see Disney putting out now. Odd animation style, but this is actually kind of an interesting attraction because we're not allowed to film. So this is probably I think we could show you up to like the theater, but we cannot film any of the short itself.
I like that it's called a short because Mickey wears shorts.
Right, we just finished up Vacation Fun.
It's cold.
It's actually not as bad as
it's not.
been,
The sun's
but
out.
yeah,
but
it's starting to.
Cute. I really liked it.
Yeah, I wish we could film it, but we can't. And basically,
I think that keeps it special.
Yeah, it does. It plays on a lot of the Mickey shorts. They're kind of like callbacks to them and some of the funniest moments. And it had that really nice tie-in at the end there where they go to Disney World.
I said check off. Shut them down before you blow up the whole place.
Have thoughts on your experience with Star Tours?
I was bummed we did not get the Mandalorian and Grogu, which was really the only reason I wanted to go. So we might ride that one again a little later to see if we can't get Grogu, who is the only person that matters to me in the whole world.
This might be bad because I do love Star Tours, but I didn't know any of those scenes.
Really?
I know, I know there's Star Destroyers, X-Wings, Y-Wings, TIE Fighters, I could recognize some of that stuff, but I don't know, what movie or what show a lot of that stuff was from.
Oh, I see.
So, it was just kind of like, it was cool. The other thing too is, I have the opinion that they should go back to making Star Tours a 2D experience.
I do too.
Like, I didn't have the glasses on for a single second, and I was still getting a little nauseous at points.
Yeah.
Just make it, please, go back to 2D.
Yes, please.
Now I'm actually in line to meet Edna Mode. Now, Anne has gone back to the resort. I'll get into that in a shot in a minute. But, she just told me to stay busy and keep filming and keep doing stuff. I don't know if you can tell behind me, but there are like a bunch of super suits. You can see just over this shoulder, there's like the original Mr. Incredible suit. This shoulder has Frozone.
Where's my super suit?
There is Dash's suit. Very nice to see you. I heard you were in today. I had to come say hi. Honestly, I'm going to be on. Okay, so I was going to wear something else, but it's a little cold out. I know you're more of a super suit designer, but am I doing okay? Is this work? Okay, I tried. As weird as this might sound, we're trying to get better at meeting characters and just having the interactions. They can be tricky because, you know, you might feel rushed with other people around and things like that, but that was pretty cool. So, that was Edna. I'm now in line to meet Sully. I'm gonna try and see if I can pull up like a picture of the Halloween costume that Anne and I did last year. We were Mike and Sully for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. If you haven't seen that video, it is live on the channel right now, so go check it out. It's a two-parter. Gosh, it's good to see you. Can I show you something? So my wife and I last October checked, I don't know how well you could see, we dressed up. I was you. I hope I did an okay job. Yeah, it was so much fun. Oh man, I dressed up like him with my wife last October.
Ooh, and
yeah.
You got he's
Unfortunately, I couldn't find you though at the party. Oh man, this is so cool. So I did not expect to run into Frozone.
You tell me what my suit is, woman!
Oh, he literally just came up to me, like he's pointing at my beard, he's pointing at my hair, and I was like, "Can we get a selfie real quick?" Wasn't expecting to do that, but just the characters, they're so much fun. You know, I mean, have fun with them. Like, try and know something fun about the movie. Like, I told him I wasn't looking as cool as you were, and I didn't realize that I had made a pun. I'm sure everybody's face palming right now looking at this video, but you know what? Whatever. And I even said, I was like, I didn't even realize what I just did. And then I said, well, ice to see you, because that is a line from the movie. So, just the more fun you can have with those characters, the better the experience is. So let's see here. There was Joy from Inside Out. There was Mrs. Incredible, or Elastigirl. There was Sully. There was Edna Mode, and then Frozone was roaming around. I'm not sure if they have other ones who are typically in that area, but that little nook is all meant for character interactions, so that's pretty cool. And none of those lines were terribly long. I think Edna Mode was 5. I probably waited about 10 for Sully. One perk to being an annual pass holder, it is an upcharge, unfortunately, but for like $100 onto the annual pass, and I'll have my little scroll friend check this, but you can get your Magic Maker or Photo Maker, whatever it's called, and that way it won't have the watermark of Disney Photo Pass over your photos. So all I had to do afterwards, you know, it's not like the awkward, hey, can you take a photo on my camera, on my phone? You know, I just go up, I scan my little tag, and or my Magic Band, and they show up on my app, no watermark. If you guys are wondering where Anne is, where the heck is my wife, and why is she not with me? So, after Backlot Express, she actually took off to go back to our resort to get some stuff from the room. If you're wondering, why the heck are you not with her, Tyler? Well, I'm glad you asked. I tried. But as insistent as I was, my wife was 10 times more insistent that I stay. And I just do stuff and continue to get stuff for our video. So here I am. Ooh, it's 15 minutes for Chewbacca right now. I'm gonna go try and meet Chewbacca because he's one of my favorites. Maybe BB-8 too. I've never met BB-8. Anne is headed back to the resort. Usually buses come every 15 to 20 minutes. And so we're about 10 minutes from our resort. Then when she retrieves whatever she's getting, she's gonna need to hop on a Hollywood Studios bus. So yeah, I'm just kind of keeping myself busy. Ride times are looking a little long right now, but you know, we're just making the best of it. I always can't remember how tall you are. Oh my gosh, how are you today? Are you staying warm in here? I'm not gonna, I wish I had some of your fur that could just keep me warm. So that wasn't even 15 minutes. That was like maybe 5 minutes, if that at all. I've never met BB-8. Right now he's posted 10. Okay, it does look like he's much longer line than, not much longer line, like an actual line to Chewy. So I think I'm gonna give it a shot. And still waiting for a bus from the resort. So I got some time to kill. Never met BB-8. How are you? I'm not the best with my droid lingo, so you'll have to forgive me. So it's kind of tricky because, like, especially for a droid, it's like, how do you have a conversation with a droid? I don't know. I mean, it was fine. I don't know. The other thing too is if I freeze up, one like little tip that I saw from another Disney YouTuber we like is, you know, you just ask, hey, can we take some pictures together? Something like that. You know, that way it just kind of keeps everything moving forward. There's no awkwardness. And to be fair, like, that could be a pretty intimidating thing to meet characters. You don't know what to say, or you get nervous or whatever. Like, I definitely get nervous. So, you know, it's just kind of, I guess the more you do it, the better you get. That's kind of an interesting skill to have too. But basically, yeah, I didn't know 100% what to say to BB-8 just because I don't speak droid, but it was still fun and it was still cool. He's like, his head moves, he's very interactive, as you guys see, and he is very like, they talk back to you, so I guess you just have to kind of know how to keep the conversation moving. Look who I found.
Hi.
She's back from the resort, and what are we doing? What do you want to do? You're the one who's back, so why don't you decide?
Muppets is closing down at the May, so it's officially been announced. So I'd really like to go see Muppets 3D, and then we have all of our afternoon lightning lanes to hit. So we've had kind of a lull. I got back a little bit ago. We've just kind of been hanging out, and now we're like, okay, we need to get back to the park today. So Muppets 3D, and then on to doing all of our other fun stuff.
Hi, I'm Dorothy. I'm Dinah.
I'm Max. Your daddy was sick, so the union sent me.
1, 2, 3, fire the light.
Fire the light, fire the light.
From the silver eagle.
Not the sun, but the moon.
The one, the only, Mr. Mickey Mouse.
Hello, hi there. Welcome to my park. How you doing? Hello.
Whoa.
What?
You are not Mickey Mouse, you're a rat.
Let's smack.
Look at the guy in the goofy mask. That's not a mask. Oh, sorry, lady.
Gonzo? Oh. Sorry, boss. Hi-ho, Kermity Frog here, and welcome to Muppet Vision 3D.
Hey, Bear, you're not even funny in 3D.
Oh, not you guys. How did you get here?
We entered a contest.
Yeah, we lost.
The thing that makes, I think, people sad about the Muppets going away is that's the last thing that Jim Henson worked on before he passed away. So I think everyone's really just wanting that to be preserved in some way, shape, or form. And I think so long as that happens, everyone's going to be really happy with it. But right now, it's just so uncertain. And so I think it's just about preserving the history at this point, that people really just want to see that happen more than anything. So, but we are in Batu. We're cutting through here to get to Toy Story Land because we have a lightning lane over at Alien Swirling Saucers.
So Alien Swirling Saucers is like a little twist on like a spinning merry-go-round almost. It's very unique in terms of the ride system. We board a little alien swirling saucer and we kind of go drifting around this little track.
I love this ride. I think it's so cute.
Oh man. Ah! Oh man. Mickey's Runaway Rail is located in the middle of the park. It's actually the first thing you see walking down the main street of the entrance. This attraction is a trackless dark ride, and it did replace the Great Movie Ride, which has been met with some skepticism and criticism, but okay, a lot. I was trying to be nice, but either way, it's a really fun attraction. It's a take on the new animation, kind of similar to what we were talking about earlier in the video with Vacation Fun. And this is another really good attraction for the whole family. The ride is housed in the Chinese Theater. Now, the idea is that we are actually going to a premiere of a very brand new Mickey short, and things go a little awry. We actually end up stepping into the cartoon itself, and we get a first-hand look at what it's like to live in Mickey Mouse's world.
Nothing can stop us now. We're gonna make it happen. Let's take a ride.
Welcome aboard, folks. We're ready for a relaxing ride around the park.
Hi, folks. Hello there. How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Mia.
Be sure to take good care of our friends.
There's a way. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh no! I must have hit that track switch. This is all my fault. There they are.
Well, that concludes my guided tour. Hope you had a relaxing ride around the park, and thanks for sticking with me.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Rail is just such a blast. I love the little bop at the start of the ride, and so does social media.
Yeah.
But basically, I mean, the trackless technology is really cool to experience. All the detail. This ride has the most hidden Mickeys of all rides on property, which is crazy.
We're on our way to Sunset Boulevard. We have a lightning lane for Tower of Terror, which I'm very excited about. I've actually never been on this version before. I have actually punked out every time I've gotten in line for this ride, and I don't know why. I've ridden it in California. I love the Gardens of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Gardens of the Galaxy. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy version of this ride. I don't know what it is about this one that just makes me nervous, probably because I've just never been on it, but that changes today.
So Hollywood Tower Hotel, the Tower of Terror, whatever you call it, it is a drop thrill ride. You board an elevator and you step into the Twilight Zone, and next thing you know, you are the star dropping many stories at a great time.
You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Now, something is about to happen that will change all that.
I feel like I really built that up in my head. It was great. It was a good ride, but it definitely wasn't as intense as California's version. And then Guardians is a little bit more intense than California's version was. So then to come here and do the, because this is the original, to come and do that one is a little bit like, oh, I could have ridden this a long time ago, but it's still like my heart was racing. I get really shaky on rides, so like any drop rides, my legs start trembling really bad. So that still happened. Like it still was intense. It just wasn't as intense. So it was fun though. I'd ride it again. It just has a 55-minute wait, so we won't be probably riding it again today. I was gonna ride what was this, Rock and Roller Coaster twice.
Hopefully.
Well, he's just gonna take mine because this is just not my favorite ride. And then we have a Rise of a Resistance Lightning Lane I'm very excited about. I love that ride. And then we have a reservation at 7:15 for 50's Primetime Cafe.
All right, y'all. So I just scanned into my possible favorite ride in all of Disney World property. Rock and Roller Coaster featuring Aerosmith. Okay, this is a high-speed roller coaster in the dark. It has a great launch. It goes 0 to 60 in like 6 seconds, maybe less. And it also inverts a few times. All set to the music of Aerosmith. So you're rocking out the entire time. Oh, I love this ride. This isn't one that Anne particularly loves, so I might be able to go on it twice. However, since getting in line, we haven't moved an inch, so that's a little concerning, but maybe I'm just being impatient. Anyway, this ride does have limited time. We talked a little bit earlier in the video about how Muppets Courtyard is closing to make way for Monsters, Inc. And what that means for this ride is that the Muppets are going to be taking over because this ride is probably due for a refresh, as sad as it is for me to say that.
Oh, we got company. Wow, all right. How do, people? Hey, don't mind us. We'll be finished in just a minute.
What's a hey? What are you guys still doing here? You're supposed to be at a show. I'm working now.
All right, so I'm through the pre-show. Here, I'll show you guys what the vehicle looks like. I'm stoked. It is the only ride currently at the time of filming that is upside down attraction here at Disneyland. I said I won't be able to film this one, so this is probably the last you guys will hear from me before or until I'm off the ride. Big shout out to my wife letting me use her lightning lane because she does not like this attraction, so I get to go twice. If I haven't said it already in this video, I love Rock and Roller Coaster so much. And
I don't.
So that ride always has a wait around an hour, if not above, sometimes up to 2 hours long. And so it can be really, really hard to get on that ride quickly, back to back like I did. So thankfully I had a little bit of a hack where I was able to utilize Anne's lightning lane as well as my own and just get really 2 quick rides in. I think 2 times within 40 minutes is not bad.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. You were pretty quick, and I got to sit.
The other thing that some people might be wondering is, well, why don't you just utilize the single rider line?
It's terrible.
It's the system. I think I understand it. The system is like they have the single rider line in the outdoor part of the queue, but then they wait for space on the inside of the queue to become available. And then, you know, if you're a single rider, they still put you through the pre-show. From what I could see, they were sending single riders through the pre-show. And then there was a lengthy line once, like, the setting of boarding the vehicle is in an alleyway. So there's a very long line of single riders, and you're essentially waiting for odd number people so that way they could just file in a single rider line. So it's all this to say, it's really hard to get on sometimes with the single rider. Sometimes it's longer than the posted standby time. And I did that on my solo day years ago, where it's just like, even though I'm a single rider, I'm gonna go standby. Just, you know, go with what's known rather than taking a risk. We've made our way into Teto, and we're about to go use our lightning lane for Rise of the Resistance, one of the most immersive rides ever. I don't know if you guys heard Anne, but she said, I love this ride. And I agree with her.
BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. Line number 9 shall personally see them delivered.
Red 2, Blue 5, report. Red 2, check.
Blue 5 standing by.
Engage propulsors and hold on records. All ships launch. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Bakara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep it tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on line 1.
Now, stand there in silence while I judge you.
to spot you. Take those turbo lift and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners. Requesting heavy weapons authorization.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields.
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm. All personnel to their stations.
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
Brave, but ultimately hopeless. Your efforts are wasted. You cannot escape me. Your precious resistance is about to be destroyed.
I feel like we really got to see how immersive it was because we got stalled at one point, and there was dialogue that kept going so that it didn't pull you out of the story. So it wasn't attention all writers, you know, it was, oh, let me get that code for the pod door.
Yeah.
I'm a little busy here, like gotta keep going. Like it was really good, and I've always wondered what they do when they stall. We got the extra scene from, or not extra, but the backup scene for Kylo Ren. That was a really interesting experience. I very much enjoyed it. So now we're headed over to dinner. We are going to 50's Primetime Cafe, I think is the official term, the name of the restaurant. But we're not actually including it in today because we want to be able to do an in-depth review of the restaurant. So if you are interested in hearing about that, go over to that video and watch it after you finish watching this one. Such a fun day. What a joy to get to come and do this. Even just the two of us. Like it's a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope you guys enjoyed it and got to see a little bit of what you can do in Hollywood Studios. Yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate it. It helps us out a ton. If you aren't already following us on Instagram, Threads, all that jazz, feel free to go and do that there too. We really are building a little community of people on Instagram, and we're really enjoying it a ton. But other than that, I think that this is kind of the end. So until next time, we'll see you at the next stop.